What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the part 3 of the Era of Conquest series. In the first video, I talked about basically the first stage of the event and some of the more important intro ideas. In the second video, I talked about the second stage of the event and again, some more important strategy tips. In this video hopefully is shorter than the previous two. They were both over 20 minutes. This video, I'm going to be talking about stage 3, which is this red sand area, basically. It's very, very similar to stage 2. So if you haven't watched that video and some of this stuff doesn't make sense, that's because I'm going on the expectation that you've watched the stage 2. So it'll be in the description. All of the parts will be in the description. So go ahead and check that out if you want. Otherwise, enjoy the video. So on stage 3, it comes down to capturing the bridge from the gray sand to the red sand. Now, capturing the bridge is exactly the same as everything else. You need to have your clan area touching the bridge in order to occupy it, and then you just basically occupy it for a certain amount of time. If you are able to do that without another clan occupying it, you are going to capture the bridge. Then once you have the bridge, you have the ability to branch off of that bridge from there, and it acts as sort of a stronghold until potentially someone else takes it. And if you don't know what a stronghold is, that's in the last video, the part 2 video as well. So once you get that bridge, you're going to want to start building your area, your banner towers, towards, again, the neutral buildings. And there are different ways you can do this. Arguably the most cost-efficient way is to just bridge directly to this middle building and then split off from here. But as you can see, we went multiple paths, mostly because we had a ton of banner towers at the end. We were building really, really fast. We were all collecting. We were all working really, really hard. Everybody in our guild was working very, very hard. And you actually want these neutral buildings first. These are going to spawn before the things in the middle. That's kind of the general theme. These buildings spawn before this one. These ones are going to spawn before this middle. So the general theme is you'll kind of capture these first. So if time is of the essence, if your build speed, for example, isn't crazy fast, you'll just want to build to, let's say, one of these neutral buildings here, and then you can branch down from there. So the other thing of note about the red zone is that there is only one bridge. There are 2 bridges in the gray zone. There are multiple bridges. There's 4 bridges basically into the gray zone, into every gray zone. The red zone has 2 bridges in, 1 bridge out. So the most important thing about the red area is the bridge, the oasis bridge into the middle. Making sure you occupy area here around this bridge is very, very strategically important. And one thing that you can do, which LDN did very well here, is they ended up building a clan stronghold, or a clan sub stronghold. I literally can't get that word right. Especially if you watch the last video, I mess it up every single time. But they built a clan sub-stronghold right next to the bridge, which not guarantees, but nearly guarantees their opportunity to capture this bridge. So in the last video, I talked about it, but if you cut off this line here, let's say they do not have this clan sub-stronghold. If our clan occupies this bridge, and this one banner, right? We take one banner right here. This entire line is going to get cut off. It'll be white. And when the line is white, it means you don't occupy that area. Your banners are just kind of resting there, sitting there, useless, which means you would not be able to take the bridge. So they built a clan sub stronghold right by the bridge, which is very, very good, meaning they'll keep their land here. The other thing to note, the durability on your clan sub-stronghold is 4,100,000. Your durability on a regular old tower is less than 300,000. So it takes a significant amount of time to destroy a clan sub-stronghold. As you can see, I am destroying this building, this clan sub-stronghold here. It will take 15 days to destroy. Now that's obviously not maxed out. I don't even know why I'm taking this. There's no troops in here. I don't have the demolishing thing or anything, but even if you basically max it out, you have everything. You have the Conquest talents for Demolish. You have max amount of troops. You have almost 3 million troops in there. It's still going to take you multiple days. It basically takes 2 days to kill the sub-stronghold, whereas a tower, if you super max it out with all the troops and everything like that, you can get it in like an hour or two. So great strategy here by LDN to basically build this clan sub-stronghold right next to the bridge. That is definitely a strategy that you should think about. You might not employ it, but it's something something on the table, right? Our strategy was a little bit different. So we occupied basically the entire red area here. So our continent had this bridge down here. So 200 escaped from the basically southeast. So through this bridge and worked their way up to this bridge into the red. We worked our way northwest and then worked our way to this bridge to go into the red. So we occupied our one continent occupied basically this entire red area. Meaning we don't have to worry about getting cut off unless, someone else comes in from this gray area, comes in and takes this bridge and then gets in. But that would take a very long time to do. So we didn't really have to concern ourselves about this bridge. And also, as you can see, our continent was able to make our way to this bridge and move up through this red as well, so that they would have to worry themselves about our continent, which is going to distract them from taking our red sand. So we basically used we used the strategy, the best defense is a good offense, where if you're attacking everybody else's sands, they're going to have to defend and they're not going to worry about your main red sand. We don't actually care about taking this bridge from this side. It's all about this, but in order to, again, distract, you just start playing the distraction game in the other areas. Also, we just have by far the strongest members in the entire map by like light years of distance apart. We have 2 members in particular. The top 2 ranking members are their stats are just insanely stronger than anybody else. Even if everybody like in the map basically rallied against them, it wouldn't make a difference. So I can't really say our strategy was like amazing. We basically just won off of raw strength. Not literally, but we certainly could have just won off of pure raw strength. Anyway, but just note there are a lot of different strategies that you can use, and in certain eras of Conquest, it'll be a lot closer. For example, if those 2 players just didn't exist in this era of Conquest, it would have been a lot closer. And potentially there would be, we basically occupy everything in the middle, all the bridges, everything around. And there's essentially no way that they can get in, because anytime they attack a bridge, one of the big members will just basically defend it. So yeah, myself included, stronger than 99% of the players here, and I think there's literally only one player who could potentially take it through me, but that's at least still closer, right? So we'd have at least a two-way battle. So some of your maps are going to be a little bit different. Sometimes you're just going to get the crazy clan in your map that is impossible to beat, and it's beneficial of you to just ride the coattails of them basically and say, hey, look, we don't want to fight you. Just let us get enough points for the 50,000 Conquest Prestige, for example, or whatever the case may be. You get the tiger head and go on your merry way. So that's kind of the stage 3. It's this red zone. It's all about this middle bridge. Every single aspect about the stage 3 is capturing or securing your location for this oasis bridge. It doesn't open by default. None of these bridges open. It's always the enter buildings open first before the exit buildings. It's the same way in the gray sand. This bridge is going to open before this bridge. Same way in the red. This bridge opens, this bridge is closed, and it'll take a certain amount of time, let's just say 1 week, until the oasis bridge is actually open. So you have time to build your way up. You have time to secure that location, whether it's through a clan stronghold or just occupying a lot of tiles on different sides, or banners on different sides, blocking people out through the bridges, whatever the case may be. that's pretty much everything to stage 3. So if you guys have any questions also on kind of the other strategies or how this map took place, just let me know. I can briefly explain this map too if you're curious of kind of the how it all went down. So initially upon entering, this was basically everybody's first time with Era of Conquest. We're all new states. We're in the 200s. We're very, very new states compared to some of the states who have been playing for 3-4 years or even 1 year. We're a couple months. Everybody in here. So none of us really knew what we were doing too much, but we were kind of all just trying, fumbling around and trying our best. Immediately, some of the states basically started building a lot quicker, or at least, some of the clans started building everything a lot quicker. And again, that's due to the fact that they have active members, a lot of active members, and that their leadership, their strategists, whatever, are instructing people very, very well. So, we had a really good team of players who were collecting 24/7. Like I said, we share logins. A lot of us share logins. Devs, allegedly we share logins. I'm not sure if that's allowed technically, but allegedly. What I mean to say is, who cares? Anyway, yeah, we do stuff like that so that people are always active, always collecting. And then we build very, very quickly. A strategy for building quickly, a very important strategy for building or destroying quickly is troop count. So when you build your banner, I'm just gonna place a banner. Don't tell my clan, guys. But I'm just gonna place this random banner here, just because I can. So again, it's going to take a certain amount of materials. So me placing this is basically just a fat waste. Your banner appears, and then you can go ahead and build. The amount of troops that you use here is basically what matters for the speed that the banner is built. And I'll show you guys that once I reach there in 15 seconds. I don't know why I didn't just pick riders, but hey, this is where we are. So we're almost there. Just wait. But once we're in here, we're going to see there's a few different things. There's a few different aspects. I've talked about the conquest talent, the building speed conquest talent. I'm not going to have that active, and you'll see here that it's going to take me 10 days. I have 286,000 troops and of the possibility of 1,471,000. This is basically your rally capacity. So it's important that you're the member with the biggest rally capacity in your clan enters the banner tower first. If I leave this banner tower and someone else enters, it will then be their rally capacity. But as long as I was the first one, as you can see it says first, it'll be my rally capacity. So that's kind of that's number one, is the person with the highest rally capacity should always be the first one to build, so that you can put in more troops. That's the most important thing. The second most important thing is the amount of troops in your squad. So again, rally capacity is always the amount of troops in your squad plus your rally capacity. So if you have 100,000 troops in your squad and you have 1 million rally capacity, the overall amount of troops is going to be 1.1 million. So it'll be your squad plus whatever capacity you have. So maximize the amount of troops that are coming in your squad first is a very good thing. I just sent some random bull crap. Number 3 is tier. The higher tier troop, the quicker it builds. It doesn't matter what they are, just the higher tier troop. So send in your T10s only. Like I said, I just sent in some random crap. If I was actually building this thing, I would only send T10 troops or T11 troops if you have them. The higher tier, that's all that matters. So I would just send T10s. It doesn't really matter what else is in here, unless obviously, I'm going to have to defend it from attackers. Then you want, your battle troops or whatever. But other than that, just T10 troops or T11 troops if you're lucky enough to have T11 troops. Also, you can send as many squads as you want. So I already sent a squad in there. I can send as many troops as I desire, well, as I can fill. So obviously here I have 286,351 out of 1,471,000. I can send 1,471,000 troops into this building, and I will do so to demonstrate. As we can see, I have 813,000 already, and I can continue to do this. It doesn't count as a squad. It's once it gets in, it's no longer counted as a squad. It's just under this building squad. So as you can see, I've already sent, I don't know, 5 or whatever, and you know, I'm basically already in there. And if I send one more, ta-da, then we'll see that I max it out. And already you can see it's below 2 hours to build this tower. Just from me, just from my troops. I wasn't maximizing anything. I don't have any of the building attributes on. There's just one player, so there's another thing, squad capacity. If you have the more amounts of people that join up, you'll get increased percentages. So a thing that you can do is basically just send one troop for 10 people. You know, 10 players can send one troop, or 9 players can send one troop, and then one person can send all their T10s or whatever, and you'll get plus 10% building speed. So just with me just sending some crap troops, it's less than 2 hours. If I use my conquest talents for building speed, if I use my chief stuff for building speed, and blah 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 blah, and I'm using T10 or T11s, I activate this skill for 50% more building speed. You can bust out these banner towers in 30 minutes, especially if you have a really high rally capacity. So if your rally capacity is maxed, for example, and you have very high squad capacity, you can just bust out these banner towers like immediately. So that's a very, very good tip, and we actually didn't know that until quite a while in, but obviously nobody else really took advantage of that either, because we were the quickest builders. Not only the quickest, there's 2 things with quickest building. In the beginning, your bottleneck is always going to be resources. So again, we had very, very active members just collecting all the time. Our R4s were just spamming collect all day long, just to really ingrain it in everyone's head. We were building our banner towers. So here you can see there's like 2 banner towers right here, right next to each other. Why would we do that? The point is there are 5 natural spawning, basically, resource points here. So it actually, at this stage in the game, it's beneficial. This is the very early stages. It was beneficial to get these 5 plots here, because look, we're gonna be getting 12,960 meat for each one. We have 2 of those. We're gonna be 540 per hour, and if it's 30 days, 30 times however many, 24 times however many, 2,169, whatever. It's a ton of resources, right? So resources, number 1 thing right in the beginning. Then building speed, and like I just showed you guys that tip for building speed. Make sure your member with the highest rally capacity goes in first, and then everybody should just send your highest tier troops. If you guys don't have T10s, you just have T8s or T9s, just send your T9s, and just send as many as you can. If you don't have 1.471 million T10s, then send as many as you can, and then send your T9s or whatever the case may be, right? So that's about it on kind of a tip for building, but it's a very, very, very important tip. So yeah, like I said, we were the quickest to gather, we were the quickest to build, because of some of these tips that we learned. And what that benefit that it gets you is that you're able to set up defenses on all these other areas, and again, you're just going to continue to snowball more and more and more, and get more and more and more benefits, more and more resources, more and more banners, etc., etc. So hopefully you guys enjoy that little tip there. All right, guys, that's about it for part 3. I said it was going to be shorter, but then I got into the tips and tricks already. There's one more part coming. Part 4 is the final stage, and that final stage I'll be talking about all the other tips and tricks, because there's not really that much to the final stage. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying. Like I said in the last video, or maybe I said it in this video, it's very, very important that you guys get the strategy correct. You get how you were trying to do things, why you were trying to do things right before you enter, or at least early on when you enter. There really weren't resources available to us on YouTube or on, the internet, at least not for English speakers. Maybe there are Chinese resources, I'm not really sure. But there really weren't resources for us, so we kind of had to learn. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm providing these resources, so that everybody basically has the same opportunity, the same access to information that everybody deserves to have, right? So if you're not a leader of your clan, or even if you are, and you feel the desire to teach the rest of your clan, please do so. You don't have to show them a video. You can just say, hey, look, a quick tip to building quicker is to send your highest tier troops, and you can send as many as you want. So yeah, help each other out, help your clan out, help your enemy if you want. You don't have to. Obviously, I'm not going to tell them the tips while we're playing, but afterwards, now I'm posting the videos. Now I can tell everybody the tips and tricks. So that's about it, guys. I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you for sticking with it. If you've watched till the end, just comment down below, build, and I'll see how many of you guys have watched to the end. All right, guys, that's about it. Part 4 is coming soon. Stay tuned. Catch you guys soon. Peace.
Wake up, early mornings, late nights, hopping on a different flight. What's the meaning of life, ayy? Wake up, same-ish, different day. Make a wish, call it pray. Am I sick, am I okay, ayy? Stay up